All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. If everyone will please stand, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and the flag's there underneath the clock on the far wall. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have some new technology, so we want to make sure everybody, there will be plenty of operator error here, I'm sure.
The meeting is called to order at 7:02 p.m. by me, Mrs. Adams. Let the record reflect that those present are Mrs. Gunter, Mr. Stroud, Mr. Hanger, Mr. Engel, myself, Dr. Richards, and Dr. Hatton. It is recommended that the agenda for the August 12, 2021 regular meeting be approved as presented with additions, corrections, or deletions as recommended by the board. And I think we had a couple of add-on late items, if I'm not mistaken.
Just a few late items at that time of year, Madam President. If you look at item 8, 12, 13, we have that exhaustive list of late items of appointments and hires. I would, and we have one correction, back under appointments, 8, 12, 9, items 2 and 3 for Preston King and Mark Wetzel. Those are actually split pay, we believe, so those will be entered into the record as split pay.
Thank you.
I believe that's it at this time.
May I have a motion to accept the adoption of the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Motion is made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Engel. Is there any discussion on this agenda? All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
I'm sorry. Sorry, that's you.
It is recommended that the minutes from the July 1st, 2021 executive session and regular meeting be approved as presented. Any discussion on this? May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Motion is made by Mr. Hanger. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Stroud. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Business office recommendations, approval of claims. It's recommended that claim numbers 657 through 843 be approved as presented.
Is there any discussion on these claims? Any questions? May I have a motion to accept the claims?
I'll make the motion.
Motion is made by Mr. Engel. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Hanger. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Approval of payrolls is recommended. The regular payrolls for August 2021 and September 3rd, 2021 be approved for payment.
Any discussion on this? May I have a motion to approve the payrolls? Motion is made by Mr. Stroud. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mrs. Gunter. Excuse me. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Bank reconciliation, it's recommended that the bank reconciliation from June 30, 2021 and July 31, 2021 be approved as presented.
Is there any discussion on this? May I have a motion to approve this recommendation?
I'll make the motion.
Motion is made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Hayner. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Madam President, we don't have any presentations at this time.
Okay. Participation at school board meeting, we need public comments on agenda items. So if it's on the agenda, you may discuss.
And Madam President, folks had reached out to me in regards to, because we obviously in our discussion today, we'll be talking about COVID, so they wanted to speak to some COVID-related items. And we
Okay.
do ask that you
Oh, is it
comment.
on?
Yeah, it's on, you're good.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Please keep your comments at 3 minutes and,
Gotcha.
not a problem, and then state your name, please.
Sure. My name is Ashley Black. I am a graduate of North Harrison as well as a parent in the school community. So I have got a middle schooler and an elementary student. I'm wearing this mask today because although I am fully vaccinated, my elementary student currently has COVID at home. And this has prompted me to come talk to the school board and to the administration. Total transparency, like Lance said, I've talked to him several times over the past few weeks regarding mask mandates in school. A few weeks before school started, I had mentioned, hey, I have an elementary kid. He's not able to be vaccinated. Middle school and high schoolers, 12 years and up, are able to be vaccinated. Everybody in those schools have had the opportunity to be vaccinated, pending whether their parents let them have it or not. My middle schooler is vaccinated. My son, unfortunately, does not have that luxury at this time. So unfortunately, he is going to school with several other unvaccinated people. And per CDC recommendations, as well as the American Pediatric Association recommendations, we should be mask wearing if we cannot be vaccinated. The last time I checked, K through 6th graders are people, and they're unvaccinated people. Whenever I made that comment a few weeks before school started, of course, we didn't know what was to come for school. I think I even said to Lance, I feel like we're playing a wait and see game. And at that point, we didn't really know what to expect. And he assured me we're not playing a wait and see. The data shows that we're not seeing positive rates in our state. The week after school started, so this is our 7th day of school, I get a call on Monday to find out my child has been contact traced. And last year, my child was contact traced as well. I wasn't nearly as concerned. It still, for the lack of a better word, it still sucked and it was really scary. But at the same time, I knew that the school was taking every precaution because last school year, mask wearing coupled with hand sanitization, I even tried to practice the word sanitizing, but I can't say it when I say it in front of people, I guess. Hand sanitizing, cleaning the classroom, as well as social distancing. Those 4 things led to us to have a very successful school year. We did not have a lot of elementary kids that got COVID last year, and if they did, I mean, we talked at several school board meetings. It was kind of a bragging right, and rightfully so, that kids were not getting it from each other at school, which is incredible considering how contagious it was. We were clearly doing the right things. So when I found out we weren't mask mandating, at the very minimum, our K through 6th graders who cannot be vaccinated, I was very concerned because that was my first thought. So of course when I found out my child was quarantined on Monday, I immediately called Lance again and kind of did an I told you so dance a little bit and said, hey, this is exactly what I was afraid of. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to be happy. It's on Wednesday when he gets tested if he's positive. And we talked for a good 30 minutes, chatted about what our state looks like right now, our county looks like, and at that point we had about a 0.5% positivity rate, I think. So Wednesday rolls around and my child gets a COVID test, asymptomatic, and tests positive for COVID. Thankfully, knock on wood, it stays that way. However, it also could change. But saying that, my child 100% got COVID at school. So our school can no longer brag that children are not transmitting it to each other, especially unvaccinated. So I'm sure the people up here on the board especially know the numbers right now. I think we spoke yesterday. Yesterday at about 4 o'clock, Lance and I were speaking. We had 10 positive cases. Within the 30 minutes we were speaking, granted I know that was throughout the day, 4 more got added. So we had 14 positive student cases in our school. At that point there were 2 adult cases. As of this afternoon, we have 17 confirmed active student cases. 14 of those are elementary students. That is 7 at North Harrison Elementary, 7 at Morgan Elementary. And we are now closer to a 0.7% positivity rate. I know that doesn't sound like a lot with about 2,000 kids in our school, but I don't think that you want your child to be a part of the 0.7%, whether they're asymptomatic or not. But if you take that a little step further and you look at our elementary schools, Morgan has about a little under 400 kids at school. This is kind of based off of last year's data. That's a 1.8% positivity rate at Morgan alone. You look at North Harrison Elementary, they have slightly more kids, about 1.5 times that of Morgan. Their positivity rate is 1.2%. It's not a coincidence that our unvaccinated, our children at these schools, those are the higher cases right now. And I'm trying to strongly urge our school board and our administration to please reconsider having a mask mandate at the minimum for our K through 6th graders. Like I said earlier, I know that our middle schoolers and our high schoolers have had the opportunity to get vaccinated. If you have not, please go do so. But they've had that opportunity. Our elementary kids have not. And like I said, the CDC is even recommending at this point to have mask wearing even being fully vaccinated. So I'm putting this in your all's hands. I've also talked to a couple school board members and also stated my case. I'm pleading as a parent, as somebody in this community, to let's please listen to the professionals that do this for a living. I'm a CPA. I'm not a healthcare provider. I'm not a scientist. I have to rely on people like the CDC and the American Pediatric Association to tell me what they know, because this is what they do every day. So, thank you.
Thank you.
So Ashley totally said a lot of what I was going to say. Hello, my name is Sarah Beach. My husband and I are both graduates of North Harrison. We have 3 students that attend North Harrison Community Schools. I realize you guys have a lot to shoulder in keeping all aspects of our public school system an effective learning environment for the students in our community. I understand that this last year has been anything but an ideal situation for you guys, as well as everyone else in all aspects of life. But I'm here tonight to discuss masking for the student population that is not yet eligible to receive a COVID-19 vaccination. As a mom, the health and safety of my kids is absolutely paramount. Their success depends on their ability to stay in school. I've witnessed myself the impact the back and forth in and out of school has on our students in my own children. We all want our kids in school. I support contact tracing. I support quarantine as necessary. However, are we doing everything we can in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19 and therefore quarantines and shutdowns? In my view, we are not. Throughout the whole year last year, the entire school population wore masks. We told our students that we wanted to support them and their safety in offering a safe environment, and in doing so, we asked them to mask up. What message are we sending them now as COVID-19 has continued to be able to evolve and new variants are able to be spread? The implications of not doing every single thing possible to prevent the ramifications of COVID-19 that COVID-19 has on our health and the health of our students also has lasting economic impacts. As a small business owner, during a very busy time in our lives, with an employee that's unable to work currently due to a student that's quarantined, and is currently sick with COVID symptoms due to a directly related exposure of an unmasked North Harrison student. Small businesses and parents are financially negatively impacted because of this as well. We are missing an essential piece of the equation when it comes to ensuring the health, safety, and success of all of our students. I am not a public health official. I am not a pediatrician. I am not an expert in this area. However, the CDC, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Indiana Department of Health, and the Harrison County Health Department are all organizations that are all made up of experts, and they all recommend masks. The Harrison County Health Department has conveyed this to all area schools. All of these experts recommend masking. However, they do not have the ability currently to mandate masks. You do. Thank you.
We are now on,
It's not your turn, it's
No,
mine.
it's personnel.
Sorry, yes, yeah, I'm sorry. New technology, we'll blame it on the new technology. All right, personnel, resignations and retirements. Jim Abel, North Harrison High School Special Education Teacher, Boys Track Coach, effective July 6th, 2021. Lacey Smith, North Harrison Elementary Instructional Assistant, effective July 2nd, 2021. Bailey Sawicki, North Harrison Elementary Instructional Assistant, effective July 19, 2021. Amanda King, North Harrison Elementary Instructional Assistant, effective July 16, 2021. Kathy Beasy, North Harrison Elementary Teacher, effective July 31, 2021, and she's a retirement. Cheryl Book, Morgan Elementary Instructional Assistant, effective July 31, 2021. And Alicia Briner, North Harrison Elementary 5th grade teacher, effective July 28, 2021.
is there any discussion on this? Then may I have a motion to accept these resignations and this retirement? Motion is made by Mr. Engel. May I have a second? Seconded by Mr. Stroud. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Appointments. Gary Fessel, High School Varsity Football Coach Assistant, effective July 23rd, 2021. Preston King, High School Varsity Coach Assistant, effective July 23rd, 2021. Split pay with Mark Wetzel, who is High School Varsity Football Coach Assistant, effective July 23rd, 2021. Morgan Rollard, High School JV Volleyball Coach, effective July 21, 2021. Taylor Renner, High School Freshman Volleyball Coach, effective July 21, 2021. Rob Higdon, High School Girls Golf Coach, effective July 21, 2021. Marcus Berger, High School Boys Varsity Soccer Coach, split pay with effective July 21, June 21, 2021. Jeff Balmer, High School Boys Varsity Cross Country Coach, effective June 21, 2021. Kirk Wetzel is the other half of Mr. Berger's split pay. High School Boys Varsity Soccer Coach, split pay, effective June 21, 2021. Brandy Bosler, Morgan Elementary Instructional Assistant and Corporation Bus Driver, effective August 1st, 2021. Debbie Barr, Subcaller for the North Harrison Community School Corporation for the 21-22 school year. Rachel Hargenrather, High School Special Education Teacher, effective August 1st, 2021. Kayla Owsley, Morgan Elementary 1st grade teacher, effective August 1st, 2021. Danny Johnson, Varsity Football Volunteer, effective July 28, 2021. Laura Rainbolt, Varsity Girls Soccer Coach, split pay, effective July 28, 2021. Holly Smith, Varsity Girls Soccer Coach, split pay, effective July 28, 2021. Christy Scranton, North Harrison Elementary Secretary, effective August 1st, 2021. Amanda King, North Harrison Elementary 5th grade teacher, effective August 1st, 2021. Tori Hood, North Harrison Elementary Essential Skills Assistant, effective August 1st, 2021. Miranda Kellum, High School Junior Class Sponsor, effective August 1st, 2021. Winter McAfee, Morgan Elementary Special Education Instructional Assistant, effective August 3rd, 2021. Shane Mason, North Harrison Elementary 5th grade teacher, effective August 1st, 2021. Nicole Parr, North Harrison Elementary 5th grade instructional assistant, effective August 1st, 2021. Julie Mormon, high school girls soccer volunteer, effective August 1st, 2021. Alan Bruder, high school girls soccer volunteer, effective August 1st, 2021. And Kayla King, Morgan Elementary special education instructional assistant, effective August 1st, 2021.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on these appointments?
I'll get right on it.
I would like to say one thing. I do want to congratulate the principals, the administrators, for being able to replace quickly teachers, because we had people that resigned or retired kind of late. And I know with the teacher shortage in the state, that could have been very, very difficult, but they have done a great job in finding people and getting them into our system. So I appreciate that a lot.
We feel really good about where we are. Now, people need to understand that the teacher shortage is real. I mean, qualified applicants in teaching, there are shortages, especially in some of your math, sciences, special education. Is one of those areas where we're having to do emergency licensures every year, multiples of emergency licensures. So I think we turned a corner on pay and teachers for starting pay. I'm hoping we're going to be able to get those things up, and hopefully we can attract a few of you to come back home again. Because believe it or not, Taylor Renner is old enough to coach volleyball. Doesn't seem likely to me. So in a short 4 years, you guys can come back and coach volleyball and football too. So there you go. Sorry, little soapbox there.
That's good.
Or direct the band. That's true.
May I have a motion to accept these appointments?
I'll make that motion.
Motion is made by Mrs. Gunter. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Hanger. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Under other items, it's recommended the board approve legal services agreement retainer with Marcus M. Berger IV. The retainer includes 50 hours of legal services that will not be billed during the term of the contract. In addition, the contract provides for an hourly rate of $175 per hour, which sounds like a lot, but that's instead of the $250 per hour under the current arrangement.
Yes. Any comments on this? And may I have a motion to accept this recommendation?
I'll make that motion.
Motion is made by Mr. Hanger. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Engel. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
It's recommended the board approve a payment of the Teacher's Appreciation Grant according to board policy to all certified personnel as in past years. And I will note that this is a statutory requirement that each year we reapprove the process for awarding the Teacher's Appreciation Grants. And those are awarded generally December. We get that dollar amount sometime in November, and we have to distribute it within 2 weeks of receipt, I believe.
Correct.
And we won't know that amount until that time.
Any other questions or discussion? May I have a motion to accept the recommendation? Motion is made by Mr. Stroud. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mrs. Gunter. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
This next one, for those of you that have been attending meetings, one of our goals a while back was to get all of our board policies online, and this Neola process is part of that. First reading for approval of Neola updates, volume 33, number 2, as required by statute, legislative updates, and federal law. And this would be 0112-2240, 2260.01, 2266, 3120, 4120, 4425, 4430, 5111, 5410, 6250, 7440.01, 7450, 7455, 7530.02, 8500, 8510, and 8606. And all of these are updates to Indiana statute and federal statute. We didn't get any input on what they say or how they read. the finished product, once they're uploaded, then will be on, if you go to the school board portion of our website, you'll see Neola board documents, and then the current version of those documents are already there. So these aren't new, these are just revisions. So if you want to go to sleep at night,
Oh, we're excited.
they're excited. They're really exciting, so.
May I have a motion to accept this recommendation, or this first reading?
Hold on, we don't have to actually, we don't have to
No,
motion on this. My apologies, we had a debate about that, but because it is the first reading, it's not an actionable item, and there'll be action taken on it at the next meeting.
Okay, we are now on discussion items. No, want to do late items first?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do late items first.
Then
If
come back.
we can skip the discussion items, because we'll have discussion amongst ourselves once we get to
The
the
communication.
communication part of the meeting. So let me go on to late items. Nathan Harrison, high school volunteer cross-country coach effective August 6, 2021. That's a recommendation. Ricardo Gonzalez, high school volunteer girls soccer coach effective August 6, 2021. Isabella Peak, North Harrison School Band Guard Instructor, effective August 5th, 2021. Matthew Neville, North Harrison Band Percussion Instructor, effective August 5th, 2021. Rebecca Larson, North Harrison Band Guard Assistant, effective August 5th, 2021. Griffin Webster, North Harrison Band Percussion Assistant, effective August 5th, 2021. Tate Griffin, North Harrison Middle School 7th grade football co-assistant coach, split pay, effective August 9th, 2021. Devin Carter, North Harrison Middle School 7th grade football co-assistant coach, split pay, effective August 9th, 2021. Cole Duffy, North Harrison Middle School 8th grade boys tennis coach, effective August 9th, 2021. Keela Bennett, North Harrison Middle School volleyball coach, effective August 2nd, 2021. Beth Snyder, North Harrison Middle School 7th grade volleyball coach, effective August 2nd, 2021. Bailey Rudolph, North Harrison Middle School 8th grade volleyball volunteer coach, effective August 2nd, 2021. Jaden Wingler, North Harrison Middle School 8th grade volleyball coach, effective August 2nd, 2021. Judy Byram, North Harrison Elementary kindergarten assistant, part-time, effective August 11th, 2021 for the 21-22 school year.
May I have a motion to accept these appointments? This motion is made by Mr. Engel. That's okay. Second, may I have a second? Seconded by Mr. Stroud. All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Now we have, you want board member communication first?
I'll talk to
Mr. Engel, do you wish to go first? Okay.
Flip that over to mine. There you go. Flip it. There you go.
First of all, thank you all. Thank everyone for coming out tonight. Ashley, Sarah, thank you all for standing up for our school. I appreciate that. As you all mentioned, Sarah, Ashley, you all mentioned last year, when we were dealing with the school year, we came in thinking that we were not going to do well. We didn't think we were going to last that long before school got shut down, and we did remarkably well. In part, our students, our teachers, our staff, administration, everybody worked hard together. Our parents, grandparents, in-laws, and outlaws, very grateful for that because it took a village effort to get this done. In saying that, my biggest concern right now is keeping the doors open for you all, to provide a place for you all to go to be in person, to learn, a place to be, you know, your friends mean a lot to you, the camaraderie, the friendship, the lunches, I mean, the things that you all, this is sort of, school was always a safe haven for me. In saying that, in order to keep the doors open, I support a mask, wearing a mask to school. I think that I'm a little nervous because this has been, a few weeks ago, that wasn't where I was, but today things have changed. We've got ourselves into, you know, a lot of, things are changing in our county, surrounding counties. I think in order to protect our students, teachers, staff, everyone around, that we should mask up. And we keep an eye on this and be flexible, that in the event that things get better, we put a timeline on it and monitor it. I think we'd be not doing our job if we didn't do that. And I'm asking my board members to listen to what you all said, to make a good decision that protects our students, our school corporation.
Well, tonight we are making adjustments. We did in the executive sessions to have a plan to combat this ongoing virus, and it's been one of my fears as a board member and as a grandparent, as a parent, to never have seen anything like what we've been through in the past 2 years. And I know that Dr. Richards will go over these adjustments that we are trying to make with you in a few minutes. But I too agree with Carrie that we do have to have some kind of mass control. I worry about those K through 6 kids who do not have the shots at this point, and I hope that something in our medical profession will come up to help these kids out all across America, everywhere. And so we're trying to make adjustments, but yes, we want to govern ourselves too. Corden can do what Corden wants to do, Lanesville can do what Lanesville, Crawford can do what Crawford, but we want to have our own decision, and we will be responsible for those decisions and make the best decisions possible for our school community and for you guys. And this is something that has never been treated lightly by this school board. And we know who you are, and you know that we are working for you to make things as safe as possible. We're going to make mistakes along the way. We know that, but we'll try to rectify those mistakes as this school year progresses. And again, like Carrie, I did not know whether we would make it through that first month of school last year. By the grace of God, we did. And let's hope that we can continue to do so. So please bear in mind, we're going to try to have a plan here coming up shortly that we can all live with. And understand, we can't please everybody. There's a yay side and there's an A side. But we're going to try to compromise somewhere that we can make it safe for our kids, the lifeblood of our future.
Thank you, Mr. Hanger. I'm going to use yours since it's already on. So, I got one for you high school kids. I haven't done so much research as I have in the last 2 days, since high school probably. This coronavirus variances and all this and that, it's way bigger than all of us. Honestly, I was anti-mask. With the research and talking to the professionals that I've talked to in the last couple of days, not so much. Numbers don't lie. They may be fabricated some, but like the 2 ladies that spoke, you've got these big government agencies, you've got healthcare professionals, you've got everybody recommending to go a certain way. Now, as far as I'm concerned, if that is what's best for our children and our school, there will be no pride issue with me. If that's what we need to do to protect our kids and to keep the doors open so they can enjoy actually learning, coming to school, being with their friends, then that's what I'm going to do. Keep in mind, I do have 2 elementary school students as well. I also have a student going to college this next week. So, I've got it spread all over the place, and I'm concerned. Obviously you want to keep your children safe. I totally get that. And I'm totally on board with that. So here's what I also have. No matter what happens, no matter what procedures go down, all children in all buildings in this community school here will be treated with compassion and respect by staff members, by administrators, by school board members. It's going to take a team effort, get us right back to where we were last year, so we can combat this. And again, just so I'm stressing this, if a mask mandate is what needs to occur to keep our children safe and to keep our doors open here at North Harrison, that's what I will vote for. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank all the high schoolers for being here, the seniors. I know it's a class requirement in Miss Reed's government class, but you know, I hope we gave you a little something to write about in your paper for her class. I want to thank Ashley and Sarah for being here and their presentations and expressing their concerns. I know I, like everyone, was very hopeful this summer that everything was going to start to return to normal, but I'm also a medical professional, and I realize that a virus is going to continue to mutate to adapt to its environment. So unfortunately, it has, and we have this unexpected virulent Delta strain that we have to deal with. I was all for the parental choice with masks, and I still am, but you know, the numbers can't lie, and I have to look at the bigger picture as a school board member. And like my other three patriots said, we have to keep this school open. I mean, I have two seniors, and you know, if they want to enjoy their last year of high school, we've got to do something. Now, I do believe, though, that we are a microcosm of the whole picture. So I do think that we need to have our own policy that's flexible and tailored to our school system and our students. Thank you.
Thank you all very much, and I'm pretty much in agreement with that. As a lot of people that know me know, I'm one of these people that says, well, it'll be all right. Everything will work out fine and it'll be all right. But it doesn't seem to be doing that very quickly in the last couple of years. And I'm also a believer in being proactive rather than reactive. And I think we are going to be displaying a proactive look at this. And I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Richards.
Well, I would just add to the comment in terms of when we set up our plan, we did set that in guidance with the Indiana Department of Health guidance, and they still say highly recommended, and that's the language we use. But if you recall from my many emails, we have tried to take a look at the data as it relates to North Harrison. Now, I know our county's in orange, but that doesn't mean necessarily that North Harrison itself is in orange or that sort of thing. But we can't deny what we're seeing right now in terms of the positivity rates in our lower levels. We've tried it this way, and we're going to have to try something different. And so, what we do know is this: none of us wants to go back to e-learning for an extended period of time, and none of us wants to go back to canceling football games and basketball games. And we've learned a lot. You know, we know that outdoor transmission of the virus really is very almost so minimal as to not be of consequence. We know that it's not likely you're going to catch it off flat surfaces and that kind of thing. But we are still continuing to do all of those things. We've learned a great deal. But what we've learned just in the 7 days that we've been in school is that we're starting to see this transmission in our elementaries that we didn't see prior. And we're starting to see transmission among students that didn't take place prior. And what we're also seeing is that kids are developing the symptoms quicker, or more quickly. Is there an English teacher? I was an English teacher. Sorry. Not very good one, evidently. Just so you know, our plan, our return to school plan was posted on our website in June. That gives, the way it's set up is that in consultation with the board, I get consensus from the board and we develop a plan and we post that to the website. So I'm going to be consulting tomorrow. We're going to gather a little more data. We'll have more information for tomorrow afternoon that'll be sent out to everyone at that point. I do want some clarification from the board in terms of, you know, we've heard the presentations tonight dealing with the K through 6 students. What are your thoughts in terms of that part of the process? So our initial thought, then I think our initial process then needs to be to stay at that K through 6 or K through 8 level in terms of not splitting the building as we go forward. What we do then is set up a 2-week window where we ask that we'll reassess this in 2 weeks, asking for a 14-day commitment, which will be 10 school days if we start this on Monday, and we'll just see where we are. This would not impact the high school at this point because the high school has 0 cases at this point, and it's just not fair to those students to impact. Now look, I know that can change. That could change at 7:45 by the time things change and I'll get a text from Shannon or Miss Murphy that something has changed. So what we'll have to look at is possibly communicating this information out tomorrow, gathering a little more data, sharing that with the community for something that we would put in place for Monday going forward. It'd be too difficult at 8 o'clock at night tonight to put something together and pump that out and have it be workable. Now, I need to stress this to everyone. There is a federal mandate for masks on buses. That's not a Lance Richards, that's not a North Harrison, that's not a Dr. Hatton, that's a federal mandate for buses. And so we'll still have to enforce that regardless, and that is K through 12. Now what we've seen in our neighboring schools, New Albany Floyd, they're already back to masks with their county. They're doing a county-wide, but they're also a county-wide school district, and they're following the color code. We will look at color codings for our county, and then we will also assess, I'm able, because I am on the health board, to kind of get a little additional breakdown of data and look at it as it relates. But we want to make decisions, as Ms. Gunter said, in relation to our school community. The governor has given that authority back to the school board. The school board is now charging me with putting together a plan to share with the larger community so we can be a little more proactive. We can't deny the number of positive cases that have been in our elementaries. So we'll look at that. I'm going to be conferring again with the board in the morning to put some final information onto that. It seems that the consensus of the board at this point is to do K through 8 because of the buildings and where they're occupied, and that is where we've had the positivity, in fairness. Now, I'm not dumb. Don't comment. I know that what this means in terms of the high school. I know about asymptomatic spread and all that kind of stuff. So we will have to monitor the high school. If we begin to see spread in the high school, we'll have to adjust accordingly. We will. I confer with the board. We go back and forth a little bit, but it's important. I can't stress this enough. It is so incredibly important that we remain in person and in school because folks have to go to work. You can't, as parents, hold on to a job that expects you to come to job because the workplaces we've moved on. And look, it's all on you guys. You're seniors and things. You've got to make smart decisions too. If you're sick, don't come to school. Because a lot of the cases that we're chasing here are folks that came to school sick. Let me repeat that. If you are sick, don't come to school. Maybe that can be the headline for the court and pick. All right. Well, she's online, I'm sure. So I appreciate. Listen, I have spoken to. I look around this room, and I've spoken to. I think about the majority of you on this topic at some point across this year. Received emails, and please know that that's my job. I don't mind for you to call me. I don't mind for you to email. I share that information with the board. These folks are very accessible. So please reach out to them to share your concerns and thoughts as we move forward. Again, I can't stress enough the importance that we stay in school in person. And I need to flesh out some of the other guidance on outdoor activities for tomorrow before I share anything in the afternoon. So that information will be coming out tomorrow afternoon.
Also add that we use this information that will
Oh, yeah, very good point. And thank you. It's, part of our real challenge in this with the COVID protocols is the quarantining, and that's really what is the big net, okay? And we have about 150 or so kids out on quarantine right now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's really only in the K through 5 and 6 area that we have that. That's a significant portion of our student population. I need to stress this. We have zero control over the quarantine protocols. Those are set forth by statute. The IDOH, Indiana Department of Health, set forth those guidelines. And then those are statutorily that guidance is given to us. So the IDOH could mandate masks on a statewide level. That is within their parameter at this point, at least at this point. So those guides come to us. So when we're talking about a 6-foot radius, that's with the unmasked. The moment we're in masks, it's a 3-foot radius. When we went to that protocol last year while we were all in masks, it greatly cut down on the number of folks we have in quarantine. I shared, Ashley's conversation about vaccines. I know there's a lot of folks that have a lot of different thoughts and processes on the vaccines. My own experience was very positive. Both of my children are in healthcare and they're stressing. I have a 108-year-old grandmother who remembers the Spanish flu, and I know that's not the politically correct name for that flu, who remembers the Spanish flu. At 5 years old, she remembers the bodies on the carts as it swept through her community as a child, and she has her vaccine. And again, I don't want to. It's very important in terms of our continued going forward, and for you guys especially, your the contact tracing for you for vaccinated folks is completely different. So I know I'm rambling up here a little bit. I do appreciate your all's time. I do appreciate those that spoke, and I do appreciate the guidance that the board has now delivered.
It is recommended that the meeting be adjourned at 7:48 p.m. May I have a motion for adjournment? Motion is made by Mr. Engel. May I have a second? Seconded by Mrs. Gunner. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
This is great. I love these meetings. It's like keeping in ours it is. But I don't know how accurate that is, because I asked. Remember I asked them if we were going to use the color coding and harmony, and they said no, and then we got harmony. It comes out. Yeah, I probably got 5 out of it.
Well, the big thing to do is put the children in the classroom. Right, they would contact, and then again, we anticipated. It's the dead honest truth. That was like, I started laughing. I said, man, I really
I'm walking out the door.
especially if you're numbers, I would. Bill, I'm sorry. Well, Judy's been out. Judy's been out Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I don't know. If you send them, right, if you send them, they're there. That's good. I mean, even if they're out, whatever, I have it right there. Because I'll tell you what,